Hi there, this is Krista George, positive conception expert and founder of Positive Conception. And I wanted to put out this post for you guys so you can learn a little bit more about me. If you follow me on the different platforms or you're part of the private group, you might know a little bit about my infertility journey, my history, but maybe not so much about who I am as a whole person. So I wanted to share some kind of other facts so you kind of have a better idea who I am and how I got to where I am. So first off, just since you already know a little bit about my infertility journey, I just thought I would share a little bit more about that. You can definitely follow my posts on Instagram or in the group if you're looking for more details. But just so that you guys know, I've been trying to conceive for over 4.5 years at this point, and I did conceive naturally once about a year after trying, but unfortunately that pregnancy ended in a miscarriage. We made it to about 11 weeks when I started spotting and went into the ER and found out that we had miscarried, that the baby had stopped growing as of about 8 weeks. And it didn't clear naturally, so I had to have D&C surgery to terminate that pregnancy, that it wasn't viable anymore. So moving on from that, we were told that likely the hormones were high and we'd probably conceive again naturally pretty quickly, and add on a year and a bit to that and we had not conceived again on our own. So we took the first steps of reaching out and going to a fertility clinic, and through that clinic we did cycle monitoring. We ended up doing 2 IUIs which were unsuccessful, and I came out on a very low point. I was really discouraged. We weren't really liking the clinic experience, and we opted to just take some time off. We left that clinic and we took 6 months off just to try naturally and really to look into our priorities again. And it was during this 6 months that really positive conception came to be. I just had that aha moment once we had left that clinic and after that second failed IUI, that's not how I wanted to live my life. That's not how I wanted to bring a baby into the world, and me changing these aspects of my own life, my mindset, my general health, eliminating things that could be affecting my fertility from my life, really was important, and I needed to deal with all of that kind of stuff. So those 6 months was a big, huge transformational process. And from that, positive conception and that whole journey really emerged. And now I'm sharing that with other women going through the same infertility or similar infertility journeys to help them really remember to live your life during infertility and not letting it take over. So after I had this kind of transformational time, we were ready to then see a new clinic. This time I had done the research, I selected the clinic, I asked specifically for the referral there, and it was a much better experience for us. We went in with a very different mindset. The clinic itself had a very different mindset and vibe. The doctors were very open and communicated really clearly with us and had the same goals, which was really important. And through them, we did a cycle of IVF. And we ended up with 4 embryos after that first cycle, day 5 blastocytes. And our first fresh transfer didn't take, but our first frozen embryo did take, and we are expecting a baby girl any day now. So that was very exciting, and I really contribute a lot of that success and that positive outcome that I finally was able to get to really shifting and being in the right place and the right mindset to conceive this baby. So that's kind of my fertility journey. And I wanted to share a little bit more about what else I do and what else I really enjoy, just so you guys have a better understanding of maybe who I am. So in addition to working through positive conception, I'm also a registered acupuncturist. So this is a profession that I have been pursuing for a very long time. I decided in grade 8 that I was going to be an acupuncturist and really didn't waver from that for all the years that it took to get to being a practitioner. So my aunt at the time was a practicing acupuncturist, and I had experienced the medicine. I saw how it worked, and it really intrigued me. So I was sold, and that's what I was going to be when I grew up. And I decided to do a 4-year undergrad degree at the University of Guelph prior to that. So I studied human kinetics, which basically is kind of a science and anatomy physiology undergraduate degree. And it was very beneficial to have that anatomy and that physiology background going into my acupuncture program. It really helped with me locating all of the meridians or acupuncture channels throughout the body, where the points were, knowing landmarks and that kind of thing. Also just having a very good understanding of the Western concept of science, because traditional Chinese medicine and Eastern philosophy is very different from that. But I think that a lot of the time they work really well together, including in the fertility spectrum. I'm not only Eastern medicine, I'm not only Western medicine. I think that there's a really great thing that they can blend together and work together. Eastern medicine is much more holistic. We are looking at the whole body. We are trying to get to the root cause of problems, not just treating symptoms. And that was something that I pursued while going through my own IVF. I was seeing colleagues of mine, I was self-treating, and really taking in some of those concepts from traditional Chinese medicine that would be beneficial while I was going through a cycle. So yes, I'm practicing acupuncturist. My clinic seems to keep getting more and more geared towards the fertility, especially as I've gone through it. Probably just being drawn to the fact that I have gone through it, I've experienced it, so people kind of seek me out because of that, which is really great. And I love being able to support women through the conception process, but also through their pregnancies and beyond that, which is really an exciting and very rewarding aspect of what I get to do. What else can I tell you? So I love being able to give back where I can. My family can probably attest to this. I love supporting companies that provide products or services where they give back, whether it's proceeds or donating a secondary item. So companies like Tom or Sevenly are popular gifts ones, 9 to 5. There's so many that I love, and I've definitely purchased a number of gifts from to give to family and friends, as well as shopping for myself, of course. But I hope that as my businesses grow, that I can do more of this work, and I can then be the one giving back to the communities around me. So that is definitely a future goal of mine, is to be able to give back in the same ways that these companies do, that I really admire and look up to. I definitely have the approach to life that I try and be as conscious of what I'm doing to and for the planet. So trying to support causes that are good for the environment, and also doing my part to try and reduce waste and those kind of aspects. So in addition to that, I have one fur baby. His name is Molson. He's a lab shepherd cross, and he's definitely a spoiled little dog. He has a bow tie for every season, very dapper gentleman, and I just like being able to relax and enjoy a lot of time with my family and friends when I have some downtime, which is really important to me. Community is really important, and being able to have those people that really love me around is a really great feeling. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I hope that gives you a little bit better understanding about who I am and my background, and I hope that you will continue to follow my journey, join up in the groups You can follow Positive Conception on Facebook, or you can join our private group. It's called the TTC Tribe, which is just a great support network. I run challenges and also offer some great tips and advice in that group. And also over on Instagram, it's just Krista George PC is the name that you can search if you're looking for that. And I will keep you all posted on future endeavors and how delivery goes and what is down kind of the chute for us next. We still have 2 frozen embryos, so we will definitely be going through the process again at some point, and we're really excited. So thanks for watching. This is Krista George, your positive conception expert.